All right, I know no one's on here, but thought process here. Had our fair value area, created a bag, didn't expect it to come here. We did take this, but we still had ultimately the buy side liquidity up here for the leg for this intermediate term high, intermediate term low. So don't expect it to come back here. We actually were then started to create a new fair value gap here and there, but entered on the 32nd, I believe. This candle clearly disrespecting these highs. And yeah, set one, take profit at the highs here, and I'm leaving another one to continue up. So just going to kind of follow order flow and go from there. So new fair value gap. This high up here is 15-minute high, right there. Once we get here, we'll then have some potential resistance right here. I'm just gonna call this resistance right there. So that resistance is where I'm thinking we could, if we don't get some retracement here. Before we do this, I want to make sure we don't have anything on a 1 minute here. We do, we still kind of have this. It could easily come back down here. Let's just take this there. Hey, we have people in the chat. All right. Thought I was going to be alone. Glad y'all joined though. So I'm just doing, if I can get my chat screen to not be so huge. So all I'm doing is just following order flow. Figured I would do Bitcoin because it's got more volatility than NQ right now. So have this trade here. I did an order entry of 2. I'm not sure when y'all came on, but bought 2 here on this 30-second candle. I'm not on the 30-second. Okay. So this is where I would actually probably take this last one off, but we'll just leave it because it's just paper trading. So I took an entry when we closed above this high. So we disrespected. We already were kind of showing disrespect here that this 30-second wasn't want to push lower. But I was keeping an eye out there because we had 5-minute. I was looking at the 5-minute here. Fair value. We had this 5-minute fair value gap here. Let me take these trades off real quick, or take these executions off. Created a bag, so I did not think we would retrace back into that fair value gap because we still had not. Let's see here. We still had not taken out this intermediate term high. So all of this here is the order flow. So until we take out that intermediate term high, then I would expect the bag to not get traded into. So we traded there. Yeah, and the 30-second wasn't really pushing it down, so decided to take an entry, thinking we would just continue higher and not need to come back down into this fair value area there. And here we are, up a decent amount. So let's just exit here. We'll just close out. Take I don't know $300 on that. So yeah, you're right, Mr. R. That was some that was some pretty nice movement, and I actually expect there to be. Well, let's see here. I mean, other than this resistance here, so this is that kind of order block. Here, the last set of bullish candles before the down move. So this fair value gap here has already been mitigated on this candle actually. So all this is to me is just liquidity. I would expect this run through here, targeting this resistance. So currently on the 1 hour, we're not going to see this through, but I would have this as a potential fair value area or odd. So if we look on, if we created a fair value gap here, let's just pretend this would be like an overlapping area of this potential PD array, right? So, but we're not looking at the 1 hour, but on a lower time frame, if I don't know if y'all have seen my tweet about fair value areas and how higher time, going to a higher time frame can help find some of these lower time frame fair value areas. So seeing this here in a potential new fair value gap, this here on a lower time frame, like a 15-minute, is going to be a type of order block or a type of fair value area. So here we kind of have that. It's a good way to kind of find some of these areas to look at. Where are y'all from? It's like 11:36 p.m. my time. So close to bedtime. All right, but let's get down to, let's just do it. We all like lower time frame, right? Thanks, Alonzo. Appreciate it. They don't have the same reach as some of these other influencers, but I've been helped a lot by people, so any way I can help, I'm always willing to just help out as much as I can. And y'all help me keep myself that's not what I want, accountable. It's like the 4-hour PD array challenge I'm doing. Yes, I want like people to see you can use just one model, one time frame, and pass these challenges. But it's also something for myself because we all can struggle with over trading, and I used to struggle a lot with that. I've gotten better, but something I like to just be more vocal about on Twitter, hoping it'll help keep me in line. So some of it is for myself too. All right, so I don't really want to think through this 15-minute because I don't necessarily want to wait for that much. I don't want to. I may not want to be on here that long, but I'd like to maybe see if we can tap into here to then looks like we're gonna get some form of 5-minute fair value gap, which we could then look to see if we want to expand higher off this 5-minute to ultimately target potential resistance. I am putting out a video today of my trades today. Fair value gaps this high in the leg, I would just not. I see them more as opportunities to get an entry to then target ultimately the buy side liquidity. I don't really see them as true resistance or something that's going to necessarily push price lower. Yeah, over trading is a pain, huh? I like TopStep X, how they have the feature where you can just disable your account and also set your risk parameters to, you know, if you have like a 300 daily personal loss limit, then it'll lock you out automatically, which I like. All right, so we have our 5-minute just for a second here. Now, just looking at this, I don't necessarily think this 5-minute is going to push price higher. This is just a pretty nasty wick right there, showing good rejection. Third candle of a 15-minute potential fair value gap here. But we'll still give it a shot. We'll see what price is doing. So 5-minute, we can come down to here. Ultimately, our lower time frame should tell us what we're going to do. I was just trying to get an idea of some sort of PD array that we could trade back towards to target, which I guess we have this 5-minute down here too. But it's not quite what I was looking for, to be honest. Are y'all more Forex traders or what do y'all typically trade? Okay, this is also some pretty crazy price action. So that 1 hour could look for a 5-minute. So this would be interesting because on a 1 hour you would look for a 5-minute fair value gap into the PD array to out. Nice futures. Are you doing a prop firm or who are you trading with? Just curious. TopStep, Apex, My Funded Futures. But yeah, so a 5-minute fair value gap in to that PD array to get a 5-minute out of this PD array could mean we're maybe targeting this 1 hour fair value gap or this low. That's pretty far away though. I'm not sure that's what's going to happen. All right, 1 minute from our 15. TopStep and Apex. Nice. What are your thoughts on Apex? I've never used them, but I don't know. I just don't like trailing drawdown on unrealized gains. Seems kind of funny, like silly to me. I did what account was that with? ETF, what is that? Elite Trader Funding. They had like a big sale I didn't read the rules, and I didn't realize it was trailing drawdown, and or it was unrealized, and so I put on power hour. I put on like, I don't remember what it was. It was like 10 lots or something crazy, and or 5 lots. I don't remember, but price shot up, and I trailed my stop, and then it came back down, took me out, and I failed the challenge even though my stop got hit in profit because the contract size and where it shot up to caused my daily loss limit to hit due to unrealized. So annoying. Okay, so we have some, let's look at the 1 minute here. Whoa. So looking at the 1 minute, so I know we're creating this 15 here. I like this wick. I like that we're kind of coming into this fair value area here, this overall big fair value area. And on the 1 minute, I'm seeing, yeah, pretty trash. It doesn't let you let the profit run, and that's pretty bad actually. Yeah, it's not ideal by any means. I don't know why they do it. I mean, it's not real trading. So it's whatever. Still possible to trade and win like that. I just I don't know. Maybe I don't know how I would trade it. Have to have a pretty strict maybe 1 to 2R. So I'd like to see us hit this 15 minute here, which I think we will. So, whoa. I don't do Bitcoin, so I have no idea what I'm doing with the quantity size. But what you could do here is just sell. By the way, this is not financial advice for the 2 of you in here. Alonzo, Mr. R, not financial advice. Do not take these trades. I am clearly playing with fake money, so I don't care if I lose it. But I'd like to see us trade here to then close above this fair value area and continue higher. I haven't looked at the overall higher time frame of Bitcoin to see what it may do, but just looking at the 1 hour and 15 minute, I think it would maybe want to go higher. So this, we can go ahead and move it down. Actually, we'll just keep it. I need to work. I'm working on not moving my stop loss as much. Mexico. Yeah, that is true. Okay, price. Nice. So this 15 minute for value area is holding pretty well. Let's go to this 30-second. Actually, I have lots of friends from Mexico. Like from obviously Mexico City, Torreon, where else? Chihuahua. Yeah. I lived in Peru. I'm probably gonna get taken out here. We'll just move it up here to the high, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I lived in Peru for 6 months. And I'm from Texas, so you know. Come on. Just tap the 15-minute. Just a little tap. Forming a 5-minute fair value gap. Balanced price range. I don't know. I don't use that really. I just use this as an ST. 5-minute in, 5-minute out. It's actually really nice. A really nice ST. So I'm going to mark this as fair value. We'll mark it as my odd. Okay. ST plus re. Not yet. On the 5-minute. Ario is your lord. Ario is nice. So here's, we could come up here. All right, let's go down. This would be a key point here. So I want to see, I don't really want to come back up here. We could sweep. This candle here would have to do it. We could sweep this high and then continue lower. If we close above this high, then I'm thinking we're expanding higher. Yeah, Ario, man, his concepts are just so nice. What's our 15-second? Sometimes 15-second is nice, but these candles are just hard for me to read, like these big gaps. But so far I like what it's doing. So I don't want it to close above these highs. I want it to keep respecting wick highs. But as you see, we're also not closing below these wick lows. So we'll see what happens. And this is showing this fair value gap is struggling to push price to that 15-minute. This 1 minute here as well. Let's just move these things. So if we're looking at bearish price, I'm going to move this too. So bearish price, are we going to offer fair value and then expand lower, or are we going to hang around here and really seek the liquidity, which is where my stop is at here? So this would be the liquidity. Yeah, flow and delirium, trading plans are most destructive. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree. Okay, so Alonzo, are you in the mentorship? All right, look what happened. So we did not close above these highs. And we got, what did we get? We got new fair value gap lower. And smashed our TP. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, it's a great mentorship to be a part of. Yeah, that worked out nicely. Not gonna lie, I thought for a second at this point, this candle, I thought it was maybe gonna close above and then want to go higher and maybe seek the 5-minute up here to then go lower. And then at that point, I'd be looking for the next 5-minute FVG leg going lower. But yeah, that was nice. So 15-minute, we can go to a 1-minute or a 30-second. I'm going to do a 30-second here. I'm going to look for fair value area. I'm just going to do 2 again because I like being able to take a partial. Where's our 1-minute fair value area? Maybe here. With the fair value gap up here, which I'm not worried about. Yeah, this is a nice area right here. Basically offering fair value to the tick on this 5-minute. Pretty nice. All right. What's our 15-second giving us? Early signs. Early signs. Tapped it. If we close above this wick without taking out this low, I'll enter along. Come on, price. Wow, Bitcoin has had quite the movement since I got on. Started off here. We've come full circle. Because original consolidation, maybe. All right, moment of truth. Are we going to take this out before taking out this low? Yes or no? What do y'all think? I don't know. Because we just are kind of respecting this area. I've been trading for a year. Maybe a little more, but yeah, pretty much a year. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't think it will take out this low, but that's just a guess. I have no idea. It's more like I'm hoping it doesn't. That way, this maybe becomes like a new intermediate term low. Okay, so this is where I would enter here. Enter, stop loss at this low. And so this really is kind of a target, but we really shouldn't have any issue getting here. So I would put come on, 1. So you could put maybe, I don't know how to stagger these out, but I would put really 1 here because this is the fair value area. or the opposing liquidity of this fair value area, but I think it's going to maybe want to come back up here. We'll put it at this fair value gap. We'll delete the 15-minute here. 30-second. Clear disrespect of this. Well, yeah, we did have a little fair value gap there, so clear disrespect of this fair value area. Now creating some pretty nice. Yeah, so it should run through this pretty easy to give us a new fair value gap, or new fair value area. Thanks, man. Discipline, still working on. But I've had a lot of people help me, which is I'm grateful for. So we're not pushing through the 1 minute fair value area. So this is why, I don't know, going to the time frames is important. So that's why this is the liquidity I was talking about. Oh, come on. It doesn't want to take me out. Which it shouldn't if it is the new intermediate term low. This should not get taken out until we take out up here. It should be protected. I mean, look at, whoa, that's pretty gnarly. But anyways, this is why obviously utilizing your higher time frames is important, because we had this 1 minute for value area. But just looking at the 30-second, so this is the leg. Let me delete this, sorry. So coming back here, so this here is our order flow leg, right? We have the high, short-term high to the low. So all of this, I don't know if you've seen some of my videos, but I call this the ignore. So like none of this is necessary. If we're gonna not offer fair value here, then the rest of this is not important until we reach this liquidity, this short-term high, because this is the order flow, which we took out, and then we saw what deep retracement almost to the stop loss. But that's why sometimes I'll put mental TP on these. I'll put like mental TP because for the purposes of trading order flow, those really are the opposing liquidity I'm talking about. What are we doing? So let's see. Maybe gonna sign off here soon, but I really thought we'd get to this 5 minute based on the 30-second fair value area here. So this isn't looking good. This fair value gap is not pushing price higher. We are closing. We'll see how if we close below here or not. Which we did. Not a strong close, but I would think I'm going to get taken out now. Yeah. So interesting. To say the least. I guess this 1 minute it kind of took out, it swept this to go lower. All right, so 15-minute does not currently look like it wants to push price higher, this fair value gap, based on the lower time frame. Now we still have, let's just get rid of this. We still have this low that we can sweep to then go higher. But, let's get rid of that. So let's see what we do. Another interesting point, if we create our next 5-minute fair value gap leg here. But let's just follow our 30-second. I don't know. Maybe let's we'll do 5 or something. I don't know. Tapped in, respect, going lower. Let's sell. I don't know how fast I can get this done. 5 ticks. We'll do 10, 1 to 2. Not really targeting anywhere. Like to see us create this new fair value. Oh, we did. So fair value gap. Come on. Yeah, it's a bad entry. But I didn't look at the 1 minute, but it's fine. That's why we're following the 30-second. So seeing this, I would think we're targeting this 1 minute area right there. This is what I should have waited for. A tap back in here. But I was trying just to hurry. We can just do this though. That's actually pretty close. Okay. We'll do this. See what we get in that 1 minute. This is where I'd actually like to buy into this 1 minute. And then see what we get here and then react. So like 30-second order flow, seeing the 1 minute, you come down to this 30-second and see it disrespected this fair value gap. Take your entry into here to then get the displacement on the 1 minute. And that 1 hour was pretty hefty. maybe a 1 hour to a 1 hour. Oh yeah, if we take that out, probably come in here. New 5-minute forming. So okay. So interesting. I mean, 30-second wise, I would have entered here. Well, I mean, actually here on that candle. I would have done something like this, expecting price to go higher into that 1 minute. If I hadn't have already, taken the short there. So I'm just kind of shocked it didn't reach up in here already. But we're respecting these lows, so it still could. But I would have been taken out if I had taken this long. But now we have this 5 minutes, so that's where we're going. If we're going to seek internal to get down to external. 30-second. What are we doing? Oh, 15 seconds, a little cleaner. So yeah. Yeah, very weird price action right now. I mean, it's kind of tricking me, to be honest. Like everything tells me it wants to come up here. Like that's just a kind of a dumb stop placement, to be honest. Even though I think it's going there, I'd rather just I would probably never have my risk that high. Wow, I literally entered at the bottom. Terrible. So if we were managing our risk properly, and this is maybe where I mess up on taking my stop out, but I would have closed this trade out probably, just because my conviction would at this point would think we would maybe want to tap up in here. But then we'll see it may not even do that, and then I get mad because I should have just accepted the risk. But yeah, I would think this here is like this 5 minute would be where we're at. because we didn't close. I mean, we're not closing below any of these lows. If we can get it closed below, then maybe I would think we don't want to come back up here. And maybe instead we are on the 15-minute expansion candle. So that is something to note. So if we came here, I'm going to mark this out as, okay, here we are. So this is what I'm looking for. If we actually come up into this 5-minute, it would have to be the smallest tap into here to actually, if we came back up into this 5-minute, I wouldn't even want to take a short because we're on this 15-minute expansion candle. If we came up here, it would have to be the smallest tap and then immediate displacement away from it, creating either a 15-minute bag or a variation bag. So like a very long wick, and it could still have a small body here and not close below this low. But honestly, if it came all the way back up there, seeing the 15-minute, I would think more bullish price action. I would not seek a short off this 5-minute, just due to the 15-minute potentially creating a fair value gap. And we're on that expansion candle, which makes sense why, if it's wanting to go lower and create this bag, that it wasn't ever going up here on that 30-second. So all in all, we are winning on our entry. We got lucky, or I feel like I got a little lucky on it. I'm going to move it to this high. Potential resistance on the 1-minute. Nothing on the 5-minute, so 1-minute wise, I would think, I was just about to say 1-minute wise, this should just get taken out now. There's no resistance here. And we did. Taken out. Is that to the tick? 907.88. 906.7. Okay. Wow, so there we go. Solid moves. I think, I don't even know. How many trades did I take? I have no idea. A few. Did we get stopped out on one of these? I don't remember. At 2 wins, 1 loss. I don't know, 3. It doesn't really matter, but just trying to get an idea. Maybe now it goes to that 5-minute FVG. It could. If it does, then I would want. I would think maybe bullish price action. I would like to see it disrespect this area, just because it would fail to create a 15-minute fair value gap. But it is leaving some relative equal lows. One hour wise, no closes above any of these highs. So it does lead you to believe we would come back down here to get some sort of fair value. But the lower time frame should tell us all. Could be right. Alonzo. Disrespecting fair value. This is some last form of resistance here. Let's take your trade. You ready? We're going to do it. We're seeking our fair value gap. We'll put our stop loss. I don't want it that low. We'll just put it here. $15-minute. Didn't create new fair value here. No new fair value gap. So far so good. All right, we need a big push here. There's no resistance here. None. Should start seeing some 15-minute fair value gaps pretty big into here. So honestly, could probably move this there. It shouldn't come back here. We broke trend line. No, I'm just kidding. Now let's see if this becomes fair value. Just gonna delete that. I'd probably move it here. You like that? We broke trend line. Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice though. Oh gosh. You know, it's not bad. This is our fair value area. This is our fair value gap. We just tapped into it, maybe. Yeah, we did. So we should push higher. This could really be here because we're targeting here. But what we'll do, let's change this to, oh gosh, 3. And then the rest, I don't know where I'll take off, but if we're right, and we fail to create that 15-minute fair value gap, then we could look at order flow and just follow it up. And if we fail to create that, then sky's the limit. Potentially. All right, 1 minute. Do we have any 5 minutes? Let's be aware. 15-minute sweep. So this is good. We're sweeping the low, so we could still create the fair value gap. If we do, we may consolidate around here to then get a tap into the 15-minute to continue lower. So it could be seek and destroy within this area. We could just hang out in here for the next 5 minutes. But so far, we're still respecting these 30-second, 15-second order discount arrays. 30-second wise, very good reaction off that 1 minute. Like that's really nice. Look at that. Did I get taken out? Oh, no. We got taken out. Oh, how terrible. I didn't even notice. That's why you just keep it at the swing lows, man. Stop loss at the swing lows. Wow. This is where I want a revenge trade, you know? Like, how dare you? Just go in with me. Okay. Alonzo, you're right. 5 minute tapped. Sorry, I ruined your trade with my stop being too tight. But it would have been a great victory. Order flow. 5 minute FVG potential as well. But if this is gonna, like I said, this has to just explode down, or else I'm like 98% bullish. Already tapped fair value on the 15-second, create a new order flow. So really, anything below here I'm selling. Yeah. Close below there. We're gonna YOLO it and just sell. On our paper account, Alonzo, not on our real account. I want a close below candle was. Still no closes. That's okay. We're gonna sell it. This is just for fun, because I believe if it's gonna go down like it's doing now, it's gonna just go crazy. But we'll see what happens. We still gotta disrespect this area. But I mean, let's look at the 15-minute and we're just trying to order flow reading and paper count. Yes, exactly. Not financial advice. I'll put this here at the failure to create a fair value gap. It'll be fun to watch. I'd rather watch the lower time frame, but I just kind of wanted to see in real time this candle just slowly become a wick and then become red, if that's the case. But everything looks like it's gonna, I mean, I would think we're definitely targeting here. But if we're gonna take that out, then why wouldn't we take this out? And then there's nothing really stopping us to take this out. So far, good respect of the one of this 30-second fair value area. But we went on the 15-minute. Okay, we're gonna get stopped out if this happens. Oh, I'm a little off. You entered 20 contracts on your real account. that would be crazy size on Bitcoin. Apparently, I mean, I'm just doing 5 and it's crazy. Wow, yeah, we're getting stopped out. Should have stuck with my instincts and followed the 30-second here order flow to realize if we tapped here, it needed to expand rapidly. This candle tricked me. I saw that thing form right after I entered on this candle to then get that candle. It's kind of messed up. Let's see what happens. 30-second, hanging around. If we're hanging around, are we really offering fair value to expand higher? Or are we seeking opposing liquidity? Well, really, this would be our opposing liquidity for this order flow leg. Because really all this, to me, is ignore. Oh, whoops. I want to do this. Bring to front. The only thing I don't like, we haven't created a single 30-second fair value gap lower. And that to me is odd. We could still sweep that. Just leave it there, Bradley. Don't touch it. 1 minute, no fair value gaps here. This was our fair value gap. Yeah, I mean, this thing should just plummet. But I don't make the rules. Oh, that's nice. We may finally get a 30-second fair value gap. All right, no need to lose money on this trade. But we'll put it at the swing high here of this order flow leg, which we did not create a fair value gap. You gotta be kidding me. All right, yeah, I'm definitely going break even. Why? Why does price hate us? Well, we had a 15-second here. So, yeah, ideally, our spot here would be safe. Or not safe, but would be a okay spot. All right, if I was really trading this like on a personal, I'd probably be taking some off here. Yeah. At least make a little profit. This is crazy price action. Not very, I don't know, not very nice. All right, I'm probably about to get off. But if I was guessing, just based on what we're seeing, I would think we're targeting higher for sure. I mean, we're about to take out this. This 5 minutes not doing it. We created the smallest 15-minute fair value gap. So let's just see what it does. See what we do here. As I have all of this. On 1 minute. So we'll do this. It's our 5-minute odd, which we could still see lower prices off of. All right, are we gonna get fireworks? So far, nice reaction. One minute. We're in a 1 minute here. So we may take a little crazy entry. "30-second wise, I like the long. It doesn't scream. Let's do it. It doesn't scream lower prices to me. Doesn't mean it's gonna not, but this is just beautiful price action here. I still would have liked a sweep of that low maybe to go, but because these are actually trades I like to take trades off of the mitigation, like this candle that mitigates the fair value gap. I like taking trades off the low. So 15-minute to a 1 minute STR 30-second re. We have failed to create a 30-second off this rejection candle. Had to sweep it. So this wasn't really an order flow entry. This is just, I don't know what kind of entry this was, to be honest. Just a for fun entry. Let's leave it a little room to sweep the low. We'll go here. Because then if we take this out, if we close below here, then it could finally show us the signs of wanting to go lower. But we've been pretty spot on consolidation. Look at this. Just look at the bodies. That's pretty tight range. One minute order flow is our friend. I like this entry, to be honest, the one I did. Just like using a 1 minute. There. It's a decent reaction. Now, knowing there's a 15-minute for value gap up here, not as nice, but only looking at a 1 minute. It's pretty nice. Ooh, 30-second for value gap. We got one right there. We're getting a 1 minute for value gap from our 15-minute for value gap, showing a potential short. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it here then. Yeah, finally. What a candle. This will be a good stuck between the 1 minutes. So 5 minute wise, what do we have? 5 minute wise, pretty nice rejection off that fair value gap. So I would not be shocked if we do just go lower. See how we get, if we can, if it will tap into here. It's just that wick up. That's crazy. Well, after that, we'll definitely move our stop up to where it was. And that, my friends, is how you can talk yourself out of a trade that you're already in. This is why I have to set the trade and walk away, because I can overanalyze. Although, and forget everything I said about if we come all the way up here, it would be more suspicious to me. Right? We had this 5 minute. I'm just going to mark the 5 minute, this area. So we had this 5 minute fair value gap. And I said it would be more suspicious to me if we came up here to get lower. Anyways, I'm just gonna exit out just because I'm probably gonna be done here. But where was my entry? Here? I don't know. I was trying to see where my no, it wasn't there. Here. I don't know. I was gonna try and see where was the 2R at? Somewhere in here, right? I don't think that was it. Is this it? I just wanted to see if where the 2R would have been. 60855 68055. I definitely wouldn't have hit the 2R yet. It would have been somewhere in there. Those are definitely going to get taken out. Well, that was fun price action. Sort of. Fun to study. So we should be seeing price go up. Probably to here. 1 hour wise. Let's just see. Still kind of respecting this overall fair value area. Reject this rejection point. Order block hit. So now there's no resistance up to these points, which I don't expect to be any resistance at all, to be honest. 4 hour, we've come into that order. So really the 4 hour, this order block resistance already hit. So we should see, oh, don't hold me to it, Alonzo, but if I was a betting man, and I'm not a betting man, but we could see, well, hold on. We could see some pretty big 4 hour bags up to this high. And there's no resistance, right? And maybe order block here on the 4 hour. So maybe what happens is we come here, 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 and then big candles. Whoops. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. If this wasn't there, then I would definitely be thinking bags. All right, Alonzo, thanks for hanging around. Appreciate it. I will talk to you later. Thanks, man. Welcome. Let me know if you ever have any questions. Feel free to reach out.